over here at the liquor store, and I got a very special guest, man. It's not too often that the boy West Coast come over here and get drunk with the boy, but we finna get drunk on this Cowboy content. How you doing today, my brother?
I'm good, Cuzzo. How you doing, man? What's up with you guys? It's your boy West Coast, and we live in the building, man. Man, I'm on the road again. I can't wait to get back on the road again. You feel me? Shout out to the NFL homies, you know what I'm saying? Having a little thing out here, man. I'm gonna go out here and have a good time. But man, shout out to everybody else that's watching too, man. So yo, let's get it, man.
Yes, indeed, man. And I wanted to talk about offensive firepower in the draft. That's why I wanted to bring you over here. I blindsided you, but that's why I wanted to chop it up with you about.
See, that's
And
fine. Hey,
and
before we do that though, you mind if we pay a couple bills though?
we all got to pay the bills, man. Look,
Man, we got to pay them bills, man, because hey, because people be thinking that this cowboy content stuff is free, man. This must cost, man. I got an alert this morning, like 2 days ago, said Verizon took $474 out of my bank account. I said, "What the hell? I got stole." I said, "Nope, that was your cell phone bill, brother." So with that, let's pay some bills, man. Let's shout out some people that's helping us keep these lights on over here, man. If you got my page open.
I can. Give me 2 seconds, man. I have it up for you.
I know Joe Trantrina crazy ass up in there somewhere. I know Miss Rose up in there, her crazy ass. I know my boy Mike McSee. What's up with your boy? I know who else up in there? Who always be up in there? I know my boy Bubba up in there somewhere. My boy Jose. I know Jesus is up in there somewhere.
Yeah,
You
hey,
feel me?
I don't know how you knew, but Joe is tapped in with you,
I
man.
know Craig crazy ass in there.
Joseph Mack, Big Flock
Hey, I know
91.
Joe Mack in the building somewhere. Crazy ass.
Yeah, Richard Evans,
Oh,
Jason
Richard, that
Jesus.
crazy that. Oh, crazy ass Richard. What's up with your boy?
Yeah, so folks tapping in with you, man. They out here showing love to the page, can folk.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So, yo, man, let's go ahead. Hey, you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's two things you guys must do. First thing you must do is you absolutely must share the content. So I need you guys to go down to the bottom of your page right now and hit that share button. Hit that share button. Hit it aggressively. Let the world know that we live. Next thing I need you guys to do, man, is to hit that star button. Or if you're on YouTube, I need you guys to hit that super chat button. What are stars and what are super chats? Stars and super chats are a monetary way that you can show the creator that you support the content that we putting out. Who is the content creator? That is your boy West Coast and your boy HTM from HTM Sports. Hey, now listen to me. If you're not able to do neither one, it's all good. Don't trip, because guess what? Cash App got you in the game, baby. Hey, I'm gonna need somebody to help your boy out. $ West Coast 1482. Put it in the comment box. Somebody put that in the comment box for me right now. If you can't send stars, you can't send shares. I mean, you can all share, but if you can't send super chats, you can always hit that Cash App. Hey, and 25 days down until West Coast HTM and Landlord Sports take over the NFL draft. You dig? So make sure it's gonna. Hey, we gonna be in Kansas City, Missouri. I want to make sure I always say Missouri because I almost flew into the wrong state. Kansas City, Missouri. You feel me? We're gonna be out there, and we're gonna be out there because of you guys, because of what you guys have sent and helped with the content. So we truly appreciate you guys. And man, 25 days. Hey, Henny, I ain't gonna talk no more, but tell them about who we got coming on the show on Sunday, man.
Yeah, man, we got up and coming star, cornerback Israel Mukwamu coming in. If you do not know who that is, he is a 6'5" athletic cornerback that we have. He used to play at South Carolina on the opposite side of J.C. Horn. So he made some plays for us last year. He moonlighted in the slot for us,
Got an
made some plays,
interception.
got an interception, multiple passes deflected. So it's gonna be a pleasure to talk to the boy, man. And he's right down the street from where I live. Like, I live in Texarkana. If you jump on the highway and go down to Louisiana, it's about an hour off. He's from Bossier City, so he's from like an hour down the road. So it's gonna be a pleasure to talk to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And my boy got a turnover last year. I mean, he is the Cowboys. They run a first team cornerback, then they run a second team cornerback system. So Israel Mukwamu is definitely your starting corner on your second team. So, and if a fourth, and I mean, to be honest with you, if a team comes out there 4 wide receiver set, he's definitely going to be that corner that's going to be on the outside. So, I mean, I love my boy Nashawn Wright out of Oregon State. Got mad love for him. I love Kelvin Joseph. I got love for the boy, but man, I believe he's a safety. He's not ready. So I don't see how, a guy like Israel Mukamu don't play more this year. So, and we're gonna get in there and we're gonna talk, man. We're gonna talk with him tomorrow. We got about 45 minutes. I think him and his agent are gonna come on there. I actually want his agent to come on. Why? Because I got some legal questions I need to add that I need clarification on. You feel me? Clarification on. You feel me? So I actually hope his agent is able to come on, because I definitely want to ask him some questions about, some legal things that take place in the NFL that I'm kind of hazy on, just a little bit. But but more importantly, man, leading up to the draft, y'all just make sure y'all stay connected, man, because we're gonna be doing content every single day. We live every single day into the NFL draft, and even then, we still gonna be live because we'll be at the NFL draft. So we live every day. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna leave y'all. But yo, Monday is going down, man. So make sure you guys tune in. 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific time. 6 p.m. Central, that's Texas, and 4 p.m. Cali time. Israel Mukamu. Let's get it.
Indeed. So yeah, man. Now that we did the introductions, y'all know who y'all rocking with. Y'all know what's going on. We're gonna talk about offensive firepower, and I know that we made some moves in the draft. I mean, in free agency.
Hey, sorry about that, man. I got the Vagos. They a motorcycle club. You would call themselves a club, but they doing a run right now. So it's like they like 200 deep, smashing by my car right now.
It's all
They
good.
they
I was
good
trying
now.
to make sure. I was trying to make sure that I wasn't tripping, but it's all good.
Nah. They about literally they about 200. About 40 just passed me right now, and it's like 50 of them behind me. So they probably about 100, 120 deep.
Okay.
It's right. Hey, it's this California. We've been rained in, man, for like the last 10 days, man. So everybody is out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is out today. I called my grandma. My grandma was like, this the first day. I ain't watching no kids. This my great grandma, bruh. She gonna tell me I ain't watching no kids today. This the first day I can get out. I need to go do my nails. And I'm like, grandparents ain't what they used to be no more. Like, God dang. I had to hit her with the grandma. I'm about to go get some money. Come on, man.
Hey, shout out to Jason Jesus. He sent you a $10 super chat, and yes, it is going to be Monday. Izzy's going to come on Monday.
Yes, sir. And that's Jason Jesus, man. Come on now. That's the Holy Trinity. Don't disrespect that, man.
Indeed, man. Indeed. But yeah,
All right, so I'm about to start going through these mountains, man. So let's get to the content, bro.
All right, all love, man. But yeah,
And I'm
so
gonna tell you, if I get cut off, just keep talking, man.
hey, no doubt. Hey, Jason, Jameson Taylor, what's up with you, man? So yeah, so I'm looking at offensive firepower, and the reason I am Mike McCarthy is the one has sort of gotten the short end of the stick. Yeah, they gave him Brandon Cooks. Yeah, they did that, but they showed to not re-sign Dalton Schultz. And if you look at it, Dalton Schultz was his second leading receiver on the whole team last year, right? So listen, defense is having a ball. They got to bring in Stephon Gilmore. They got to re-sign Donovan Wilson. They got the chance to bring back Dante Fowler. They got to bring back what's the other boy? Tack McKinley. So defense is just having a ball. They outside living their best life, and offense got a little bit of love. So I really think that it may not be pick number 26, but I can definitely see the Dallas Cowboys using a top 100 pick on a skill position player.
Yeah, this is my thing too, man. Like, I can see him doing a skill player, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I can also see them doing a defensive player too. You want to know why? Because I think it comes down to trust, man. And if you can trust somebody with a player, if it comes down to like an offensive player who's just as good as a defensive player, then you're going to have to bring in the coaching aspect of who's going to be coaching this player. And bro, anybody that you'd be like, yeah, he's going to get Dan Quinn. I think Dan Quinn would have to, that defensive player would have to get the nod. Now, if they go offensive player, this will be the second year in a row that they go offensive player. They look like they've been going on a go defense, go offense, go defense rhyme for a little bit. Because they did before.
We're not necessarily talking at 26 though.
Oh, okay. You just hell yeah. I thought you were talking about at 26. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. I almost can guarantee your second round pick is gonna be an offensive weapon, something offense.
Yeah, now that I can agree with because 26. I want BPA. So if the best
Yeah,
player there,
26. 26. You might like 26. You literally might run in the bank and find out that they forgot to turn off their cameras. So you know what I'm saying. So they forgot. You know what I'm saying. So guess what? Everything is dark. You get whatever you want to get. You know what I'm saying. So at 26, I want to have an open mind. You know what I'm saying. But in that second round, I could definitely see a offensive weapon.
right? And one of the guys that I'm targeting right now is Marvin Mims. Now
Okay.
he's a real speedy wide receiver out of Oklahoma. Averaged over 20 yards a catch last year. Ran a 4.33 at the combine. So
Yeah, he
very
moved.
explosive, very very explosive. Now at the next level, he'll probably be a slot because he's only like 5'10", 5'9". But when you look at the way that the wide receiving core is currently built, we already have Kobe Bryant on the team and CD Lamb, right? So we already have him. We already got a Paul Gasol and Brandon Cooks, who's going to be his running mate. We even got to run our test on the team in Michael Gallup just gonna make a play here and there. So
Yeah.
we didn't need to fill it out. We just need somebody that's pretty much a home run hitter, a 3-point shooter, basically. So we need a guy that can stretch the field. We need a guy that's good with run after the catch, so they can fit into the West Coast offense. So like Marvin Mills fits that bill. So that's one of the guys I'm really looking at. Now, landlord, he in love with Tank Dell.
I think everybody's in love with Tank Dell. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Tank Dell's name is so big right now that I think that someone is going to take a chance on him. And he's going to get drafted not early in the first round, not in the first round, but I think early in the second round, he's going to be gone. Because there's a lot of, if I had to say like a name that's being like, he's one of the, I would think he's a top 4 name that's being really talked about. You know what I'm saying? And when the wide receiver game, that matters a lot. So it's like, I can see, I think it's going to be hard for him to get past almost 50 something times.
Yeah.
Especially with the wide receiver, these wide receiver, these young wide receivers coming into impact. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious.
Look,
I like him too, but I don't know if he'll be there in that second round though, because we like 50. Damn, we 52.
Yeah, we will be like 52s. So it will be hard for Tank to get there. But at the same
That's why
time,
I don't know. That's why I think a lot of people have him as a top 50 player in this draft. So that's why I was like, if he's there at 52, that's like, damn, that's a come up. That's a steal, exactly, because you would be getting a top 50 player drafting him at 52. And Landlord even feels that he's one of the top like 3 or 4 receivers in this whole draft. So to get that, that's pretty good, bro. Because a lot of times you have 3 receivers going the first round.
Yeah, and listen, this is a deep receiving class. There's not a lot of guys in here though that are like true outside receivers, but it's a very deep receiving class because Tank Dell is currently ranked as the 7th wide receiver in the draft. They got Quentin Johnston, Jackson Smith, Ngwagu, Jalen Hyatt, Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers, and Josh Downs ahead of him. But they do have him ahead of guys like
That's
Marvin
a good list.
Mims.
That's a good list too. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, so they got guys like Marvin Mims behind him, A.T. Perry behind him. So like he's one of the best wide receivers in this draft class. The only knock that you can really put on him is his size and the conference that he played in. But other than that, like he led the nation in receiving the last 2 years in both yards and touchdowns. So production is production.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If I had to say a confession just on a whole nother subject, man, that boy Quentin, he kind of scares me, man. Like he makes me, I feel like he's either gonna be like a Chase, or he's gonna be like a freaking. And I don't want to use him as an example, but I'm going to use him as an example because I was watching him this morning, or like a Latron treadmill, like,
Ooh.
or like or Jason. Like I just feel like he's gonna have a dynamic career, or he's not gonna do much. Because one thing I know about Q is like his game is predicated on like, because he's not like a super fast receiver. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you got to be really freaking good, bro, to like not have top end speed and to still be able to like dominate in the NFL. Because, bro, there's corners that are just flat out fast. You know what I'm saying? So even if you have like, even if like Amari Cooper, that's why I give so much kudos to Amari Cooper, because Amari Cooper is not no freaking burner. I can show you a film of Amari Cooper getting chased down by a defensive end right now. You know what I'm saying? And he fumbled the ball. But I mean, because in the NFL, you got these young corners, bro. Every running a 4-3. So it's like, even if you are able to, reroute, even if you're able to get off of them and get past them, they're able to compensate for it with their speed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, right now, I'm favoring speed over a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Speed and the ability to get open. You know what I'm saying? So, and that boy Tank Dell, he got a lot of that, bro. Like, he got a lot of that.
And listen, he got actual game speed. Now they
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he looked like he does stuff on the field that looks like a pro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they knock him because he ran a 4.49, but he played way faster than that.
But he looked, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, like, for you to not have like this ridiculous speed and do the stuff that Tank Dell does, it lets me know that that's him. Like that's him. That's his technique. That's not him just running past people. Because you got to think, in college, man, everybody got a track star, bro. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them track stars don't work out in the NFL. Why? Because corners can run with you. And let's just be real, you can never outrun it. You ain't gonna run. You are not gonna outrun no helicopter, bro. What is a helicopter? Well, a Hellcat, mate. But in the NFL, you is not outrunning no safety.
No.
So you gotta be able to win. And I think, a guy like Tank Dell, I like him too, you know what I'm saying? Simply because, that he's definitely a guy that can win on his own. He got a little bit of Amari Cooper in him.
Yeah, I can see that. And that's really one of the things I've been looking at too in this draft is guys who actually run fast. And they actually are fast on film. I don't just want you because you ran a good 40 time, in your shorts. I need to turn on the film and you getting behind people, or you leaving people and making explosive plays and things like that. So that's why I'm really high on Marvin Mills, because like he's making a lot of plays. He gets behind the defense. They use him in the screen game. He's very good after the catch. So that's why I was real high on him. But there's plenty of guys.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you're a wide receiver, and it's crazy that you said this, right? Because that just popped in my head. If you're a wide receiver, use you in the screen game, that says a lot. I think that says a lot about you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a wide receiver that can only be used downfield, not saying that you're limited, but in the NFL, you almost got to be like a running back, bro. Like, you got to be able to do other things just in catching the ball downfield, because they got to be able to get the ball in your hands.
Facts. And look, this gonna be a part of this new offense going forward. Like those jailbreak screens are gonna be you're gonna see that a lot more. We got on Kellen Moore about not using screens enough. You're gonna see.
At first, he used them too much. And then he just, like, the thing about Kellen Moore that I hated him, bro, is like he like, I feel like everybody has a little bipolar. You know what I'm saying? I think that everybody has a pendulum that goes left or right. You know what I'm saying? But I just think some people aren't able to handle that. Some people aren't able to manage that pendulum from one side to another. That's how Kellen Moore is, bro. Like, he's either smoldering hot or he's freezing cold. There is no healthy medium. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's what you saw with him a lot. It's like he was either all the way this way or all the way that way.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. So like, there's gonna be a lot of short passes in this new offense going up. So we gonna need guys that can get the ball in their hands and get upfield in a hurry. So Anybody that fit that mold, I like them. But there's a lot of guys like that. Like I was finna say, like Trey Palmer from Nebraska fits that bill, right? There's a bunch of guys that got like 4.3 speed, have production in college and would actually fit into this West Coast offense.
Facts. And we also got to remember, bro, like we're really talking about a third receiver at best.
At best,
like let's just be real. Like you're drafting a third receiver and possibly because Brandon Cooks. How long we got Brandon Cooks?
2 years.
So, but my question is it 2 years after this, or is he 2 years with a one next year?
This year and next year.
Cowboys is some we crazy in the mud, bro. We are just crazy. I don't know. So he got to play this. So he on a one and prove it deal, basically.
It depends on the guaranteed money on the next deal. I think you're pretty much stuck with Brandon Cooks for the next 2 years.
Okay, good. All right, good. I like that though. I like that because that gets us through CeeDee Lamb. So you're telling me that. So then what you're asking me is who can be the best number 3 wide receiver? Because at best, that's what he's going to be. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. He also needs to be a guy that can also punt return. He needs to be a guy that can play on special teams. Because my number 3 receiver, who's a rookie, needs to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. CeeDee Lamb did it as a first round pick. Now people be like, "Oh, well, don't you have Turpin for that?" Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And listen, they give you a change of pace. Like put them both back there. You want to?
They can't take away. Because if Malik Davis is going to be your third running back or your second running back, possibly, he's going to have to come out. He's going to have to come out for kick returns at least. Mm-hmm. Because what if he actually has to return one?
Yeah, that's a very good idea. And let's go down the line. Dez Bryant was doing kick returns too as a number one pick. So and
I'm gonna tell you this right here, bro. I think it's a huge disservice to not let your young receivers do kick returns and punt returns because that takes their ball out of their hand. And for a young receiver, bro, like think about this: when Dez came in the league, bro, that was the only way he was gonna get his hands on the ball. Mm-hmm. Like Dez's first career touchdown was what? Was a punt return. Correct.
So yeah,
like I get it. You want to have veterans to do all this and stuff like that, but like you're a rookie. If you draft a rookie wide receiver in the second round, like Turpin, Jalen Tolbert. Imagine if. Oh yeah, and I got to ask you another question too about this wide receiver that we're gonna draft. Imagine if I'm just saying whoever. Imagine if Jalen Tolbert could have returned punts or could return kicks. I'm pretty sure people wouldn't feel as bad about him. Because right now you just feel like it was a total waste. Like at least Kelvin Joseph got to play on special teams.
Well, that's true. That is true.
And then my next question I was going to ask you is, whatever wide receiver that we draft right now in the second or third round, do we think he is better than Jalen Tolbert? Because if you do that, bruh, you draft a receiver in the second or third round, in essence, you are giving up on Jalen Tolbert. Because now the best he can be is a fourth receiver.
I'm giving him an opportunity to prove it in the offseason. So, like Jalen Tolbert still is.
You need games, though, man. You need games. You can't really prove it in the offseason. You need games. Everybody going to look good in training camp.
Okay, but that's the thing, though, man. Like, he has played so little. He is basically a draft pick himself. So, it'll be a second round pick competing with a third round pick, basically. And like whoever wins out. I'm not necessarily saying that I'm giving up on Jalen Tolbert, but
Cuzzo, you need to tweet that out. What you just said is epic, bro. What you just said is epic. You need to tweet that. You need to tweet that. You need to tweet that. You need to stop and you need to tweet that right now. Because Jalen Tolbert played so less last year that the Cowboys realistically need to treat him as he's a draft pick. That is epic, bro. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you ain't drop no money in the basket, you need to drop some money in the basket. That's fire right there. That's fire, bro. That's fire, bro. That's fire and brimstones right there. That's Reverend Dunwood right there, boy.
Ooh, what you know about Reverend Dunwood, boy?
I don't know about no Reverend Dunwood, boy. I don't know about no Reverend Dunwood, boy. Hey, what'd he say? Wait, what'd he say? The doors of the church are open.
Open. Hey, you have to go around collect a little. Hey, they used to give out quarters at the church,
The
man.
quarters, man. Say, man. The doors of the church are open.
But
Uh,
yeah, oh my
but
mama,
tweet
but
that, man.
yeah,
I need you to. You gonna tweet that, and you got to make a video on that. We need content on that, bruh. Because that is a thought. I need you to elaborate on that. Go ahead, elaborate on that, because that's fire, bruh. That's the best. That's the best conversation I've heard on him all year. I need you to elaborate on that. Elaborate on that for me.
yeah, man. I mean, he barely played, so like it'll be the same thing, as if he played one game in the NFL, like he went in his first start and got injured or something like that, because he ain't played no real football. He got 2 catches for 12 yards, 3 targets. Like that's nothing. That's nothing. That could have all happened in one game. So he
In one
got
game.
based. Yeah, so really could have happened in one series. If we're being honest, he has a series worth of snaps on foot in the NFL. He has a
That's
series worth of snaps. So you can treat him like a rookie. So and you're missing nothing by doing that. Like I said, you already have your starting 3 wide receivers in stone. CeeDee Lamb made an All-Pro team. Brandon Cooks, you're paying him, and he's a veteran with a reputation. Michael Gallup is your most expensive wide receiver, so he has no choice but to play. So you got your starting 3 right now. So it's tryouts for number 4. Like number 4 is let the best man win. So Kavontae Turpin is in the same boat. He's going to be out there competing to get on the field. At number for the 4th receiver spot, taking
Yeah, because
snaps.
that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. There's no reason. Listen, I loved what I thought Turpin could be, but there's no reason for me to pay for that. You should be able to draft a guy that can give you something of what Turpin does, because he didn't give you anything in the wide receiver room. So what are you missing? The only thing you're trying to see in, I love him, but we didn't get no kickoff returns to the house. He did give us that one in the playoffs, though. Turp, man, you a fool. He got it in him, though. Turp do got it in him, because that was
He
big, bro.
do.
I can't take that from him, bro. Like in a big game, big players make big plays, bro. And he did that. So I'll never take that from him. I don't give a damn if he didn't take it to the house. You put your offense in position to score.
Mm-hmm. So
Like he
yeah,
went out there with the mindset of knowing I gotta get this as close as I can. And he did that. So I'll always be grateful for that. Niggas couldn't cash in though, man. I wanted to kill Kellen Moore, bro. Oh my God, I wanted to kill him that day.
it was bad play calling, but but yeah. So because we already got those top 3 lined out, it's pretty much let the best man win behind them. So it doesn't really matter how many people
So
you bring in to compete.
Is Tank Dell better than Jalen Tolbert right now?
In theory, based
Damn.
on his production. And listen, I know he's in college.
But listen to me. But I'm just saying. Then to be fair, then we're not going to compare Jalen Tolbert's rookie season. We're going to compare Jalen Tolbert's last season in college. And I want to know where he ranks, because realistically, I'm going to be honest with you. You just sold me that if a wide receiver in the 3rd or 2nd is not better than Jalen Tolbert, I should not draft him. So I need to know, what did Jalen Tolbert do his last year in college compared to these other receivers that we're thinking about, because that would make no sense. It makes more sense to and I already got Tolbert on a contract.
Okay.
If we're going to treat Jalen Tolbert like he's a draft pick, then I'm drafting him in the 3rd round this year. That means I'm not drafting a wide receiver in the 2nd, 3rd pick. Bro, I'm sold, bro. I'm not drafting a receiver before 4th.
I got a couple guys that are better than Jalen Tolbert in theory.
All right, let me hear him.
All right,
listen to me. You listen to me. This concept, you gotta make some video. You gotta make a video on this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop some knowledge, man. You know how I'm gonna do it. But let me just get his stats pulled up from his last year in college.
Motherfucking South. Oh Lord. See, that's why I need to be in front of a camera, because I'm not used to this. Y'all almost slipped out now. I want to tell all the kids and all the older ladies out there, West Coast is sorry. I apologize. That was a little West Coast to me. But he went to mother freaking South Alabama. And y'all try to sell me on that was Alabama.
And that's the
I ain't gonna
thing, though.
say nobody names on the internet, but
And
try to
that
tell
is,
me he could have went to Alabama, but he wanted to just go to South Alabama. You don't knock it off.
and that's the thing. He put up great numbers, but like you said, he played at South Alabama at the Sun Belt Conference.
Give me his number. Stop hating on the kid.
1,474 yards, 8 touchdowns his last season.
Yours is per catch average.
18.
That's him, bro. That's him. That's him. He's getting open. Who was his quarterback? Who was his quarterback in college? What was his quarterback? Give me his quarterback stat.
Good and well. I'm gonna have to go deep into the archives to find out who the damn quarterback for South Alabama is.
Nah, just type in starting quarterback South Alabama in the year, and the name will come up.
I know.
I just want to see if his quarterback was balling. I just want to see if his quarterback, because man, he was balling.
All right, starting South Alabama quarterback. Let's see. And
I ain't gonna lie. I think the Cowboys gonna draft a quarterback in the second round, bro.
Like who?
I don't know, bro. And I'm be honest with you, the Cowboys maybe don't even know. But whoever it is, you got 2 years with them until you really got to depend on him. Cowboys are gonna draft a quarterback in the early rounds, bro. They're not gonna. You keep on looking up that quarterback, but there's no way Cowboys are gonna restructure Dak Prescott and then turn around and extend him. The reason why they restructured him because they didn't want to extend him. Well, like, why would you do both?
Let's see. South Alabama quarterback.
That's why we really need to be hoping that some of these quarterbacks get paid, man.
Oh, they finna get paid.
After you Google that, let's talk about the quarterback and quarterbacks. We need to be hoping some of these quarterbacks get paid because we don't want our team to do a dumb decision. And a dumb decision is trying to do what they did. Like, you can't do what you did with Zeke and Tony Pollard at the quarterback position. It's not going to work like that, bro. And you tell me they've done that at every position. People be like, "Oh, you just created more question marks." Yeah, but you did it at the tight end, and you have a problem with it. Like, they did it at the tight end. They did it at the freaking. They did it at the. They were almost okay with doing it at the left tackle position if Terrence Steele. But if Terrence Steele did not get hurt, I'm pretty sure Tyron Smith probably not even on this team. Like, KCL probably saved Tyron Smith because they flipping dudes left and right. So there's nobody. Because, bro, there's no way that anybody can even convince me that the Cowboys would have restructured and extended him if they had Tyler Smith over there, especially with him missing those games last year.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, looks like he had Jake Bentley. He had Jake Bentley.
And what he throw for?
Let me see. Let me get his college numbers.
I just want to see if he was a good quarterback.
Well, no, he apparently he wasn't a good quarterback if he went straight to coaching after he played. But let's see. He is currently a coach somewhere. Yeah, no, he threw for 17 touchdowns and 8 picks.
He threw 17 touchdowns and 8 of them went to Tolbert. So yeah, that's him, bro. His quarterback was probably average. He probably even knew that.
Yeah, so
man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say I want to root for the underdog, but I just feel like Tolbert should be more ready to play. And then also you have Simi Fehoko too. I feel like these guys should be ready, bro. They've been in pro program. Simi been here 2 years. Freaking, and then he came out of a Pac-12, so he came out of a conference that actually played ball.
Man,
like I would think these guys like I honestly think right now, bro, drafting another young receiver is just gonna now. Unless we're just putting, obviously, I do want to give credit to Kellen Moore for consistently screwing people's career. So, hopefully a young receiver won't get burned like that. But I'm just scared, bro. I'm scared. I'm scared for them to draft a young receiver at second or third again and him not get used. Like, think about this. Ferguson got used more than Tolbert did. Hendershot played more games than Ferguson. Hendershot played more games than Jalen Tolbert did. Realistically, Hendershot should have been drafted. Think about this. Realistically, Hendershot should have been drafted where Tolbert was. Or Ferguson.
Well, he definitely made plays. But that's the thing, though, man. Like, there are some unproven guys on this team. There were some guys that had some positive upside when we drafted them. You know, they just haven't panned out so far. So, you know, I understand the aspect of wanting to root for them, hoping that they can come in and they'll be productive. But, you know, if I have, I'm also not going to be shy about drafting somebody. If they're the best player available, then I got to draft them. You know, I can't go to in here with the mindset of I got food at home. You know, I need to go ahead. They got a deal on the Angus steak at the supermarket, man. I got to go ahead and give me a couple slabs of meat.
Facts.
So, you know, but hey, like I said, there is no harm since we already know for a fact that the top 3 spots are already filled. It doesn't even matter, you know, how many guys we bring in. Simi can compete for it. Matter of fact, go ahead. You know, they probably gonna bring somebody in from the XFL too. You bring a receiver in from the XFL to compete. I don't give a damn. But you know, just put the best talent you can onto the team, and you know, the cream will rise to the top. The cream will rise to the top. So hey, so Jalen Tolbert, I'm rooting for you, but you know, we're not gonna stack the deck. I ain't gonna stack the deck in your favor. If you know, like you might have to beat Tank Dell out to be the 4th receiver, and you know that's like Simmons. You like the 5th or 6th receiver on the roster right now. You'll have to beat out Tolbert and the guy we bring in. So you know, more power to y'all, but you know that will make them better. At least in my opinion, like that will make them better. Having to compete to get back on the field.
What if, like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Somebody said it in the comment box. I can't read it because I'm driving. But someone said, I was trying to read it, but someone said something along the lines of like Jalen Tolbert couldn't understand the system. And I'm like, damn, what if that is really true? Like, what if Jalen Tolbert is like this really decent receiver, but just was like, yeah, I don't understand this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's a good possibility. Then Hennythemoor has yet again stolen a year from a good player because he stole several from Tony Pollard.
Because think about this: as much as people like T.Y. Hilton didn't get used in Kellen Moore's system either.
He made like 1 or 2 plays.
That's why I said if I was T.Y. Hilton, like, if that everybody, do you think T.Y. Hilton wants to come back to Dallas? I mean, everybody was like, we should re-sign T.Y. Hilton. I'm like, yeah, but if he wants to come back, like, I don't know if T.Y. Hilton want to come back. I know Kellen Moore's not here no more, but that dude got 1 attempt. He got 1 target in a playoff game, bro.
Keystone said that Kellen Moore didn't use Tavon Austin either.
I mean, the worst thing Kellen Moore ever did to the Dallas Cowboys turned Dak Prescott into a throwing quarterback.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And now Dak Prescott is getting judged off of throwing interceptions, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's craziness.
Yeah. So that was a disservice, you know, because I definitely believe that Dak Prescott is better suited. And listen, Dak Prescott was never a guy that was a burner, but, you know, he was mobile, right? He can get into the end zone. He was a powerful runner. He used to stiff on safety and linebackers. So, you know, like, you can still use Dak Prescott in the red zone. You can still let Dak Prescott convert, you know, on third and short with a keeper.
And people be like, "Oh yeah, but your quarterback might get hurt." But your quarterback gonna get hurt regardless, bro. Like, you can't. There's nothing you can do, bro. Like, Dak wasn't even trying to stiff arm or do nothing to nobody and freaking broke his leg. He was literally just trying to step and get an extra yard.
Oh, hey, matter of fact, real quick, shout out to DC for Life for the $5 donation. I don't know why, man. I didn't even hear it go off, man. But I appreciate you for the love and support, my guy.
Hey, also, we got to talk about, since we're talking about wide receiver, the Dallas Cowboys worked out former first-round pick Latron Treadwell today out of Mississippi State. Got drafted 2016 by the Minnesota Vikings. I was a big fan of him in college. I kind of, his style is kind of reminiscent of Dez Bryant. Like he's a go up and go get the type of ball, go get the ball. I just thought it was interesting that with his skill set, the Cowboys brought him in. He reminds me of what I wanted Michael Gallup to be. You know what I'm saying? A guy that can really go up and high point the ball. Now, obviously, Treadwell's career has not been nowhere near Michael Gallup, but at the same time, Treadwell has also never had more than like 52 targets in a season. Like Zeke had a season, 2 seasons of 72 by himself. So every place he went, they were not throwing the ball to him for whatever reason. Now, if the Cowboys were to sign him, in my opinion, he's a go up and get it ball. So, that to me sounds like Michael Gallup's job.
Mm-hmm. And this is the thing, like Treadwell, the signs were there because I'm not a big combine guy. Well, I'm not a big 40-yard dash guy, right? But Treadwell did not test out good at anything. He had a bad vertical. He had a bad cones. He had a bad 40. Like he had a bad shuttle. So like he didn't have anything good, happen for him at the combine.
Except for field. The only thing he had was film.
Yeah, he had film. And even then it was limited because he only had 1,000-yard season in college. His final year, he had 82 catches, 1,153 yards, and 11 touchdowns in the SEC. So I understand why they were high on him. But, he had never done that before. He had 11 touchdowns, and he had 10 touchdowns the previous years combined. So, he had a monster season, but it never translated to anything more after that. His rookie year, he only started one game. He had one catch for 15 yards. His next year, he started 7 games. He had 20 catches for 200 yards. The next year after that, he had 35 catches for 302 yards. He did not score his first NFL touchdown until the 2018 season. It was his 3rd year. Minnesota, he only started one game in 2019. He had 9 catches for 184 yards. And Atlanta, he did not start a single game. Only had 6 catches, 49 for 49 yards and 2 touchdowns.
What the injury history look like?
Let's see if he had an injury history.
Hey, cuz I'm about to jump off here in maybe 2 minutes.
Oh, you good? He doesn't seem to have an injury history. He just seemed to have a production. His production was injured. His NFL career. His production that was injured.
I mean, this is the thing. At the end of the day, you got to build a roster of 100. You still got to, a guy that we never talk about, and I think I like Treadwell for one thing, his going up and get the ball ability. If he's able to still do that, then he has value to me. If he's not able to do that at a high level, then he has no value to me. And I'm not trying to be cold-blooded, but that's the world we live in. But I'm gonna tell you, a wide receiver that interests me more than anything is freaking Antonio Callaway, bro. He's still on the roster. The Cowboys brought him back. I think this week we need to start. We need to start doing after, or maybe not even this week, but we'll be focused on the draft. But here coming up, we need to do a series of just guys that are on the roster that people just don't think about anymore, like Simi Fehoko, freaking Antonio Callaway. Antonio Callaway is a little dog, bro. Like he's a dog. So and these are guys that are all play wide receiver, and Antonio Callaway is a veteran, and the Cowboys re-signed him. And you got to think when we're looking at drafting a wide receiver, we got to do what the Cowboys do, and that's look at every single wide receiver on our team, and we got to think about if we draft this guy, where does he go in at the wide receivers right now? Simi Fehoku's our best. I'm not Simi Fehoko. CeeDee Lamb's our best receiver right now. You would probably have to say Jalen Tolbert would probably test out as not necessarily your worst, but your most needing of some type of improvement.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with that. And we're just breaking.
Go ahead. No. So I was just gonna say. So then you would have to then say, okay, we're gonna draft a wide receiver. Where does he fall in line at? With these other guys?
It would depend on the wide receiver we get, right? Because if somebody like a Jordan Addison were to fall to us, right? Because we'll talk about late round receivers right now. Like there's a possibility that somebody that was not supposed to be there is going to be there at 26. Like we weren't supposed to get CD Lamb, but he fell to us, right? So
Yeah.
there's possibility with some of these guys, not running as fast as they thought they would, falling with the woo. Like if a guy like Jordan, like if a guy like Jordan Addison were to fall to this team, then he automatically would be better than Michael Gallup, in my opinion.
Facts. That's true. But yeah, man, let me hop off this phone. But yeah, man, we need to definitely do a show where we just literally focus on guys that are on this team that just get overlooked. Because I think we look at some Antonio Callaway film. I think we're going to be impressed at his fast twitch ability, and you know what I'm saying, he's a guy that you would definitely want to see what he can do with a football in his hand. Because getting screens and stuff like that boy was nasty.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna hit you guys, my boy.
It's a bad. Appreciate you tapping in with me, brother.
Yes, sir. And you guys already know what it is, man. Never look down because stars up. Peace.
So yeah, man, that was the boy, West Coast. He came over and showed love to the liquor store. So I appreciate him for coming by. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and show his page some love. West Coast Cowboy on all platforms. Yeah, man. I myself are finna, tap out for a little bit. I will be back on pretty soon. I have a show. My first show ever with Cole's Cowboys coming up later on tonight. Should be about 7:00 or so. So y'all tune in to that. We're gonna chop it up. Should be on there with Landlord. Should be on there with Stargaze. It should be fun, man. So I appreciate y'all for taking time out your day to come over to the liquor store and get drunk on this Cowboy content with us. Again, on your way out, drink and drive responsibly. But if you see an Eagles fan in the middle of the road, you do have my permission to run their ass over. So, hey, man, I appreciate y'all for the love, the support, and I will be back later. Peace.